Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. Today we're going to be talking about Tito needs to go to the WWE. And I got my list here, my quick note board. We've all known that Tito don't really want to be a fighter for a long time. Don't get me wrong, he was the fighter in the day. He was the man. I wasn't watching UFC then, so I don't know all the jizz jazz that's going on and the hype about him. But however, since I have been watching the UFC, he really hasn't wanted to be a fighter. We all know that. Let's cut the BS. And what you find is in the corporate world, sometimes somebody's in the wrong spot. They're flailing where they're at, and all they need to do is be moved to a different spot where they can thrive. Tito has hit that point. He's been there for a while. Tito has not really wanted to fight for a long time. He's wanted to be Hollywood. He's wanting to be in the limelight, but he don't really want to fight because he don't want any more injuries. So here's my proposal. We took Brock Lesnar. They can have Tito. That's fair. You know, Brock Lesnar brought a lot of credibility to the badassness of the WWE fighters. You know, he showed they're tough guys and they can come in and be the heavyweight champion. So if Tito goes there, he can bring some street cred to the WWE and say, you know what, the WWE's legit. And you know Tito's got the mouth for the WWE. I mean, come on. If there's anybody in the UFC that's got the natural BS ability, it would be Tito Ortiz. I can't think of many people that can match him. Tito loves being emotional. He draws up so much hatred and love from so many different people. He's an egotistical being that divides people, and that would be great for the WWE. All right, let me make sure. Yeah. Then, consider this. He has a porn star for a wife. That is perfect for the WWE. She can be the ring girl or something, or whatever it is that the little woman they have on their side and comes out. People in the WWE would absolutely love him having a porn star for a wife and think he's a man. All right. This way, if Tito would go to the WWE, he wouldn't have so many real injuries. Don't get me wrong. You're still going to get injuries, but you can manage it in the WWE because you know what's going to happen to a certain extent. Okay. Tito loves promoting more than he does fighting. That's perfect for the WWE. Tito can talk BS from the time he wakes up to the time he goes. I bet that man even talks BS in his sleep. That's perfect for the WWE. Oh, and Tito loves a grudge match. He loves to fight the same guy 15 different times. That's perfect for the WWE. Oh, man, they could have emotional heyday. All right. In short, the WWE fans would love him. He could talk trash about Dana White and how Dana is a prick and this and that all day long in the WWE. And instead of being knocked down for it and looked down, people would thrive on it in the WWE. It's all about emotions in the WWE. That's where Tito needs to go. He's emotional. He can bring up emotions in other people. That's where he belongs. He could also get in the WWE and say, you know what? He could bring street cred. He could say, you know what? I fought both places, and WWE's a lot tougher than UFC ever was, which we all know is probably a bunch of BS. But he could sell it. The man, he's all about selling himself. That's what he's really about. So I don't see any reason why he shouldn't go. And he could even lie and say, "Oh, Dana White." He could even say Dana White wouldn't allow me to win. You know, he can make up all kinds of BS stories. You know he can do it. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind, please rate the video and spread the word. Let's get Tito in the WWE. This ain't about beating up on Tito. I'm trying to help Tito get to where he belongs. He don't belong in Hollywood. He don't belong in the UFC. He belongs in the WWE. Let's all do our part in this world to help Tito get to where he really belongs. Spread the word. Rate the video. Later, folks.